Yo guys, and what's up, and welcome back towards this new stream here on the channel. And yes, like you can see, I am back at my own crib again, and I'm going to right away live stream Bitcoin because I just literally, and I'm saying just, and it is literally just, came home and I started up my computer and I saw Bitcoin coming down once again, and I thought this is a reason for me to jump on live right away here. So guys, on today's stream we're going to discuss the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency market. I can see my thumbnail is not uploaded correctly and I have to check up on that one for a second. Give me, oh, it is uploaded, so it is all right. So Bitcoin is falling right now, and on today's stream, guys, I will be discussing my price targets. So make sure to get comfortable, make sure to tune in right now here, because on today's stream we're going to discuss every single detail we're currently seeing on the market, and we're going to go over all the important things we currently can see on the market. So let's first of all start off with taking some momentum indicators. So let me start off with taking in front the MACD and of course the RSI. So let me quickly make this white so I can make it a little bit more clear and make me this blue and give this a 5% fade. So like we can see, RSI once again going back into oversold territory for Bitcoin. We can currently clearly see that the price action, of course, has been forming lower lows in the trend. We have been forming lower highs as well in the trend. So we can clearly see that Bitcoin is trading in a downtrend currently. We can clearly see Bitcoin is forming lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, together with lower lows as well in this current trend here. So far, Bitcoin is in a significant downtrend, and while it is trading in this downtrend, we've been seeing a certain amount of bullish divergence getting formed on the market. Currently, we're still creating more and more bullish divergence in our way right now towards the downside, because like you can see right now here, is that the moving averages on the MACD has been clearly been in an uptrend, while the price action clearly has been in a downtrend. So what this basically means here is that we are forming a bullish divergence on the MACD here. So that's of course pretty positive. We have been forming as well a significant amount of bullish divergence on the RSI. Like you can see over here, we have been forming higher lows here on the RSI, and price action, well, have been seeing that have been coming down, of course. So yes, we have been forming bullish divergence on the RSI. Are we currently forming a bullish divergence on the RSI? No, we are not. So far it looks to be that we're only forming a divergence on the 1 hour time frame, at least, then on the MACD, then. But if I'm going to be enable real quickly the 4 hourly time frame, and if I'm going to go over in towards the RSI on the 4 hourly time frame, we are looking a little bit more bullish, because on the 4 hourly time frame, first of all, Bitcoin has been forming one low here. It has been forming one lower low here on the market. And let me correctly set this up here. And guys, it's a little bit chaotic here because I just came home here. I just literally have no preparation. And it's the first time I'm back on my PC again as well since a week here. But yeah, like you can see, we've been forming a bullish divergence over here on the market. And right now, if we're going to be closing this 4 hourly candle over here, we're once again going to form another bullish divergence on this candle over here again. So that's going to be, of course, particularly interesting to see here from off that point here, because yeah, as soon as we are going to come down again here, and as soon as we're going to close this 4 hourly candle over here, we're going to then form once again a higher low in the RSI, lower low in the price action. So that could be as well still have this bullish edge on the market for the 4 hourly time frame. As well on the MACD currently, we can clearly see higher low getting formed on the moving average, lower low in the price action. So of course it really depends on where the price action, where this 4 hourly candle is basically going to close here. If this 4 hourly candle is going to close like this, in my opinion, the 4 hourly time frame is going to create a significant amount of bullish divergence on the market, what could be leading towards further price increasements, just like we can see as well in the money flow index. Clear higher low getting formed, lower low in the price section. So yeah, there's a certain amount of bullish divergence that will be getting formed once again here. And of course, we have been looking for bullish divergence for quite a while right now. And of course, looking at bullish divergence is very important if you're in a significant downtrend that we are currently in here, because we have been discussing this level several times before. We've been looking towards the 45.6k, 45.7k. I told everyone, I warned everyone about it, is that we were trading basically in this range high here between the highs and the lows here. We were trading between the range high and the range low. And as soon as we're going to be breaking one direction, we're going to be moving in a very quick way towards our higher or lower targets. This case, we broke the downside, and basically what happened here is that Bitcoin came down, Bitcoin shoot up again, Bitcoin came down, and then it was trading on this lower side for quite a while, and it was really losing strength here with an extra downward sloping trend line, like you can see over here. But my targets were always the same here. My targets for Bitcoin breaking this green box basically on the lower side is literally the level we're currently trading on. The reason why, I mean, not literally this level, but literally this level that we're literally trading on right now. So why this has been always my target here, and let me quickly make it an orange line for a second to be a little bit more clear. But why this always has been my price target for Bitcoin is because while we were dropping off very quickly here on the 6th of December, we had a massive liquidity shock here. And the market moved up very quickly, and usually the market tends to be searching for its liquidity. Currently, we have been finding the liquidity, together with some certain amount of bullish divergence that are getting formed on the market, would be very likely to assume that this could be the bottom of the current trend here. And that is very likely to assume right now here. And especially if this 4-hourly candle is going to close like it is, if this 4-hourly candle is going to close in the 41,000 US dollars, we could be looking, of course, for another bullish divergence on the 4-hourly candle. Could be, of course, extremely bullish. Could be leading towards further price increasement. But yeah, as soon as we're going to be failing to hold on towards this lower side, what are the levels that we could be looking for at that point? At that point, we could be, of course, looking for a little bit more worse targets. And, of course, in that case, I will be looking for, of course, this range over here. And it could be, of course, let me make this the blue range. This could be, of course, the previous resistance, like you can see over here from up this point, previous support from the past as well, and that could be our next major accumulation range here. And that is a thing that I will be looking for, and let me quickly extend this to the right here. So this could be, of course, for sure a thing that I will be looking forward towards, that we could be reaching in, if we're going to fail to hold on towards this orange line. And that is going to be, of course, for sure on the 4-hourly time frame. So as soon as Bitcoin does fail to hold on towards the 41,000 US dollars with a 4-hourly candle close, we could be looking towards targets around the 38,000 towards 37,000 US dollars for Bitcoin. So yeah, it could be a little bit more horrific as soon as Bitcoin does going to fall a little bit further towards the downside. So it's going to be extremely important that Bitcoin is going to hold up its candles right now here. But let me as well quickly go over purely on the daily time frame. Let me first off start off. Let me start off with this fresh chart here over here. So let's first start off with the daily time frame and what we currently see here on the momentum indicators, right? So let me enable the MACD indeed. Let me first talk about the MACD on the daily time frame. How is the MACD looking on the daily time frame? Is it looking good? Is it looking positive? Is it looking bad? Or is it looking, yeah, in a good way here? So currently we can clearly see MACD has been forming higher lows here. That's, of course, a good thing to see. Especially, you want to be seeing the MACD forming higher lows if we are in a downtrend. Because if a MACD is forming higher lows, it basically means it's showing less signs of sell pressure. But the price action keeps coming down further. So it is forming currently a bullish divergence on the MACD histogram. As well, what we can currently see here on the MACD, on the moving average, is that we're forming higher lows on the moving averages, lower lows on the price section. So this, once again, another bullish divergence that we currently can be seeing on the market getting formed on the daily time frame for the MACD. Of course, if we're looking back towards the previous times that the market had major market reversals, we've been always seeing the similar structures. We've been seeing an increasement. Let me take it from this point. We've been seeing an increasement in, of course, MACD strength here, and the price section has been always decreasing. So we're once again seeing similar things here on the market reversal, and you'll see these kind of trends tend to start here, of course, once the market is on extreme fear pages. Of course, if we're going to look into Bitcoin, if we're going to go towards this side real quickly, and of course, guys, like I told everyone before, I've not prepared anything, so I'm going to go through everything all together with you guys out there. So if we're real quickly going to go in towards the fear and greed index here on the Bitcoin market here right now, and we're quickly just going to look at the market and how the fear and greed is looking here, is that we currently can see that we're trading on 10 on the index while we're trading on 41,000 US dollars, and of course, exactly a year ago we were trading on 41,000 US dollars as well, and then we were trading on 93 on the fear and greed index. So indeed, we have been seeing a significant amount. I mean, we are seeing literally the same valuation in the fear and greed index, but the same valuation in the Bitcoin price, but the fear and greed index is way differently. So of course, it's exactly a year ago, only right now, where we were looking to top out here in January, we are right now looking to find a bottom on January. So it's definitely the other way around here, and of course, I'm going to be benefiting from it, because as soon as the market is in extreme fear, I do know, and of course I do know that a lot of people are watching, they are starting to be panicking. A lot of people that are watching right now only see the markets coming down. They only see the markets coming down. They only see the market being in a downtrend. But we have been going through this several times before. And of course, if the market is in such significant downtrends here, yes, it is a little bit more scary to hold your tokens. But is this the best time to be selling off your Bitcoin while we're trading on extreme fear? No, I don't think so. I do think it's an extremely terrible decision to be selling off your Bitcoin. So I am as well not taking profits on my Bitcoin or whatsoever. I'm only accumulating right now. And of course, you want to be always do whatever you think is best for yourself. But currently, if we're as well going to go over last note and we're going to go over some on-chain data here, we're going to go over, let me quickly see what I want to be discussing here. Let me go to the dashboards real quickly, and let me go to core old, let me go to some, let me see where I want to be going over the hodler waves here. Because I want to be looking at the, let me see at which chart. I mean, I think it's on core and chain where I want to be looking at. I want to be looking at the supply and profit. Let me quickly search it up here. I want to be looking at the supply and profit. Supply, oh, I can't, profit. So percentage supply and profit. We have been seeing a significant amount of percentage supply going into not any more in profit. So this is of course a pretty bullish sign here, because the less supply that is in profit, the better buy range it is of course showing you. So once again, do whatever you want with this information. But if you are willing to be buying Bitcoin on 69k or 65k, where the majority of the wallets were in profits, I mean, why are you not willing to be accumulating right now? Of course. So as well, do take into consideration we're right now trading on 41,000 US dollars, and if we're looking literally back towards the last time around while we were trading on 41,000 US dollars, we had 83% of the total supply and profit. Currently we're trading on 41,000 US dollars, and only 68% of the supply is in profit. So what this basically means here is that there has been a lot of accumulation on higher prices, and those people that of course bought high have been selling along the way down here, and that is of course a particularly bullish signal we're getting. So the lower the total supply and profit goes here, the more better buy opportunity it does give you. Currently, we are basically sitting on the similar stages like we had this summer of 2021 here. So last summer, 2021, was definitely a very good accumulation range here, like we do know. And of course, we are right now seeing similarities between these two ranges. So I'm very, very comfortable that we can be right now say that this is a very good accumulation range, even though I think the 40, I mean, I will be still say the same over this range in general, the whole range over here. Let me quickly adjust this real quickly. And let me make this a different color. Basically, this whole range over here has been a good accumulation range. No matter if you have, let's say, bought around to 52k, I don't think it has been a bad buy at all here. I think the whole range over here has been a good buy zone, because, yeah, you're buying for a pretty average good price here. And even though if you bought on around to 50k, yeah, you could have been buying cheaper. But that's the reason why we always dollar cost average in towards our positions. But indeed, I don't think that it is not a bad range of accumulation at all here. And of course, we do know that we just have to learn from the fear. We have to learn from our mistakes we made in the past. And of course, the biggest mistake a lot of people made here is that they were selling the fear and buying the greed. And of course, if you're always going to do the opposite way around here, you're going to be making the most amount of profits in crypto then at least. So that's the thing I definitely look forward towards here. So some people, let me know in the chat what your targets are. I've of course already explained that my targets are around 38,000 and 37,000 US dollars as soon as we thus fail to hold on towards this 41,000 US dollar level. But let me know in the chat here what we're going to see here. Let me see what we're going to be having here. Don't buy here. I mean, there are so many people coming in towards the chat. Of course, everyone make sure to give your own opinion on the market. But of course, for me, once I see more and more people saying we're going to go to 30k, it only gets myself more bullish. And of course, I do know that that people don't like to see bullish people on YouTube here as soon as the market does come down here, because that's not how it works here. Indeed, I know it, because people always call me a stupid bull here once the market is trading in a downtrend here, because I'm usually extremely bullish in downtrends. And of course, I don't regret of buying my Bitcoin. I bought my most amount of Bitcoins. Of course, I never go all in, like I of course discussed in my strategy several times on my streams here. I bought most amount of my Bitcoins around this 52 towards 46k range, especially on this 46k range here. But I totally do not regret it at all here, because I perceiving that my supply I bought here on the 46,000 US dollars that I'm right now averaging down here by accumulating on the lower ranges again is going to be trading on massive profits eventually. I will be just give it a little bit of time here, because yeah, the weekends definitely have to get shaken out over here. So Good targets, Rover. I agree with you. Somewhere in the 38k range. I mean, for me as well, I do expect we could be seeing the 38k range, but only if we do fail to hold on towards this range here. Because like you can see, Bitcoin is already finding its way back up here right now. And so far, it looks to be that Bitcoin is just showing a lot of strength once again back in towards the market. So, of course, yeah, we closed the previous 1 hour candle in the red here. Right now, we're recovering already very quickly towards the upside again. Of course, you should take this line with a grain of salt here. On the 1 hour candles, because this is of course a line I'm witnessing right now on the 4 hourly candle close, of course. So that's going to be pretty important to be looking at right now. Of course, yeah, we can clearly see Bitcoin is finding its way back up here right now, 41.3k right now. It could be even so that we're going to still flip this candle into the green, guys. So that could be, of course, a particularly crazy candle if we could be flipping it back into towards the green, and of course continue our trend back towards the upside. So let's see what we are going to say here. What takes it to make you a little bit... what takes it to make me bearish here? Break below the 41k in this case. And of course, I've been bearish here as well as soon as we did broke this 46k level. Of course, I've been bearish along the way down here. We have been expecting a continuation towards the dance from that point. But of course, I always am a short-term... I'm a short-term trader. I like to look... I mean, on the bigger picture, I'm extremely bullish here, but right now, short-term, I'm once again bullish here, because, I mean, for me, it would be stupid to be short-term bearish as long as we're holding up towards this range here. So, as well, long-term, you can't be bearish on Bitcoin. I think that is definitely not a thing that we are not going to do so. I mean, if you're going to be long-term bearish on Bitcoin, you're definitely on the wrong side. Yeah, don't try to time the shit, indeed. I mean, timing... It's very hard. It's very hard to time the exact bottom. I mean, guessing where the exact bottom is so hard. No one is going to know here where the exact bottom is going to be here. So what I use for my strategy here to be, of course, as close towards the bottom as possible is to dollar cost average in towards the market here. Can you look at the market cap? Of course, let me go over the market cap of Bitcoin. Let me quickly check this up here. Is this, no, this total market cap excluding Bitcoin. So this is the altcoins. Let me see, total market cap. No, I want to be only see total market cap. Let's do this one. So this is the total market capitalization of crypto in general. Of course, total market cap of crypto has been in a significant downtrend. Has it been falling harder than Bitcoin have been doing in the recent days? No, it hasn't. It has not been falling so hard as Bitcoin has been falling, of course, in the recent days. We can clearly see right now that we're coming down towards these accumulation ranges again, because like you can see over here from the past in the total market capitalization in crypto, previous resistance, support. Once again, we're trading on these ranges. So indeed, we're coming down towards a very strong accumulation ranges once again here. We're trading back on these levels where we could be maybe start to form some kind of an head and shoulders pattern. This could be, of course, the most bearish scenario playing out here. Bitcoin bouncing back towards the upside, coming up towards the range high here of the 2.4 trillion. If we're going to touch that level and we're going to curve down from up that point, there could be a scaling down, of course, scaling up a very, very big bearish scenario that could be then playing out for Bitcoin. Because, yeah, if Bitcoin is going to form a major head and shoulders on the total market capitalization, could be leaning towards a lot of bearishness in the market in general, because currently it is the altcoins that are right now really holding up. It are really the altcoins that are currently really holding up here against Bitcoin. As well, question from question from SR90 Coaching. When will the volume come up here? And indeed, that's a very good question, because if we're quickly just going to look at the volume that Bitcoin has been creating over the recent weeks here, it has been pretty interesting here, to be very honest, because if we're right now going to look about the volume that Bitcoin has been creating, like we do know here in February, beginning of 2021 here, it has been extremely high volumes. And of course, on the late stage of 2022 here, 2021, we have been seeing very low volumes. So once again, we're seeing way lower volumes than last beginning of 2021. And personally, I do still expect we could see such big volume still return in towards the market, but still we have been not able to see that yet here. Of course, what really drives the last run up towards the upside over here from the beginning of October towards all the way towards $69,000 US, basically the new all-time high on the previous all-time high of Bitcoin. is basically no sell pressure. I do think that we're eventually going to see that once again here, because if we're looking purely to in-chain data, we do know that the people that really have been accumulating crypto in 2021 is not really the real retail FOMO. No, the 2021 market has been really the institutional FOMO. It has been not really the retail FOMO, and I think the retail FOMO will come way later than we all expected. Even though it's 69, last time around, while we were breaking all-time highs, we were not seeing this massive spike like we used to see in 2017. No, that's because there's not a lot of retail investors. Of course, there are a lot of retail investors, but if we're going to compare it towards 2017 and the hype train over there, it was completely different right there, of course. Fed report is why we're moving. And of course, we do know that indeed the Fed report has a lot of effect on the market with their aggressive tapering strategy here. But will it really going to be killing Bitcoin? No, I don't think so. I don't think that they can do so. And of course, we do know that the Fed has been already announced a more aggressive tapering strategy 3 times. It's like they're trying to do China. You know, China banned, of course, Bitcoin 19 times here, but the Fed already announced like their aggressive tapering strategy for 3 times in a row. And of course, every single time, once it comes close towards that time, they, of course, once again delays it. Then they said, oh, it's going to be March, and then of course we don't know when it is going to be. So we just have to wait a little bit here to see if it's really going to be playing out here. And of course, just wait till we're going to get the new inflation rates here, because yeah, the inflation rates are probably going to be once again sky high, around the 6 to 8% here compared to last year. So I definitely can't wait to see what's going to be happening. The retail can't move the market like this. That's true. It's definitely, I mean, right now we are seeing these corrections that we're currently getting created in the market is probably retail fear. We do know that the fear and greed index is of course trading on 10, because the fear and greed index is trading on 10 on the index. We do know there's a lot of fear in the market. That's also a reason why we like right now see the chat absolutely going nuts here. People in the chat, of course, are already saying, oh, Bitcoin is done and dusted right now here, and that's of course a reason why we are seeing these corrections right in the market, because people are overreacting. People are afraid. I mean, I have been on a holiday with my family, and you know what my family is saying the whole holiday? Oh, I think Bitcoin is dying. I think Bitcoin is done. Bitcoin is dusted. Bitcoin is... They're saying, I see literally my money going up in thin air because Bitcoin is basically based on nothing. Out of nowhere, my family is going to start hating on Bitcoin. Why are they doing so? Because they're attaching their emotions towards crypto. Because they bought high. Yes, they did. Of course, not all my family bought cheap here. But yes, people are attaching their emotions. And because the toxic people in crypto are coming back here, it makes me feel so excited. It makes me feel that I want to be accumulate more. It makes me feel that I want to be buying this dip here. I see it on Twitter. I see it on YouTube. I see it everywhere. I see it just in like the people that I talk with. Just like I told you about my family, they are scared as fuck. So that's the reason why I am buying over here. So this is definitely as well a thing that, like we discussed here, I see someone saying it's just revisiting the old wick to fill up the liquidity, and that's exactly what I discussed here. There's a very big probability that this was just the fill up of the liquidity of the market right now. So of course, if we're going to look at the 1 hour candles once again here, and if we're going to be looking at some targets we could be aiming for as well, we could be maybe set up, of course, this Fibonacci level over here. Of course, if we're going to set up a Fibonacci over here, we can clearly see, of course, the 0.236 here is going to be major resistance. So for providing as well this resistance on the market, and let's see if we could be closing this 1 hour candle above it, of course. So I'm getting greedy, Crypto Rover, and that's exactly how you should be trading it. That's exactly how I should be approaching this market as well here. Let me see. Let me go real quickly over coin class, and let me go over some market things here. And let me right now analyze a little bit of leverage that is currently in the market, because that is still a thing that I'm a little bit worried about, you know. So first of all, let me talk about the liquidations. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about the leverage that currently is still in the market. So what we can see here is that, first of all, on the past 24 hours, we have been seeing a 240 million liquidation here. Majority of the liquidations coming from Ethereum. Of course, yesterday or 2 days ago, we saw like an 800 million liquidation in a day. That was, of course, particularly crazy that we saw that. Of course, over here, we saw 1.5 billion in longs getting wiped out here. That was the 4th of December, of course. But yeah, yesterday, no, 2 days ago, 3 days ago already, on the 5th of January, we were seeing an approximately 700 to 800 million liquidation coming towards the market. That's of course quite a lot of liquidations that we did saw there. Currently, the liquidation is still high, even though the market is moving not necessarily so quickly. But the thing that's still getting me worried here is the open interest. We've been seeing, and let me say this correctly real quickly, we have been seeing an approximately decreasement in the market of a total amount of, let me say this correctly, 41%. But while we have been seeing a 41% decreasement, aka a 28,000 US dollar movement towards the downside, we have been only, and of course, explanation mark on the only seeing a wipeout of approximately 30% of the total open interest. So yes, we have been seeing a huge amount of open interest going out of the market, but is this enough? That is my question. I don't think so. Like, if we're going to compare towards the recent shakeouts, we were having like the 10 billion open interest. Right now we still have 13 to 14 billion open interest in the market. So what we can say about this is that yes, the market has been coming down very quickly, but the open interest, aka the leveraged players in the market, is still extremely high. And that is a reason why I can still think the market could be seeing potentially some more downside. Because yeah, this high, oh, my headset. I mean, this is the first time I put my headsets on again, and it's very, very loud right away. But yeah, basically, we still see a very high amount of open interest in the market. Approximately 14 billion US dollars is extremely high, of course. We do see as well, and we're going to look at funding rates. The majority of the traders are indeed short. So that is, of course, a good thing here. Yes, there's a lot of open interest. And yes, there are a lot of short traders. So that's pretty interesting to see, of course. But yeah, BYBIT negative funding rates, BitMEX, OKX, YOBI. So basically what this means here, that there are more quantity trading short than long. What is, of course, particularly bullish here. Because if the funding rates are negative, it usually tends to signify you have a very good accumulation range for your long positions here. So that is, of course, a positive sign that we are getting. Of course, on the majority of the altcoins, we're seeing negative funding rates. So almost every single altcoin is getting leveraged towards the downside right now. What is, of course, making me bullish for the imminent short term here. Because, yeah, if every single altcoin is going to get leveraged towards the downside, we're most likely going to see a movement towards the upside. And what I should be doing if you want to be picking out a good altcoin, you want to be looking at what kind of altcoin is absolutely leveraged too much towards the downside and what could be experiencing a major market pump towards the upside. And, of course, then you're going to search for an extremely over leveraged altcoin towards the downside, and that you could be trading back towards the upside again. So that's the thing that and strategy that you could be using here. And of course, never go all in. Always make sure to dollar cost average in towards your trading positions. But yeah, indeed, we can see that the leverage is definitely right now used towards pushing the market down here. We can as well see it like lately around. We saw a massive market movement towards the downside because we were seeing a massive market short getting enabled. But while we were seeing, of course, that massive market short getting enabled here of an approximately 32 million US dollars, we since of that point came down pretty significantly. We already, of course, got another 17 or 15% of the bitfinex shorts out of the market, approximately 300 Bitcoin. So that is, of course, pretty good because the more shorts are active, it basically means the more sell pressure will be getting added towards the market. Of course, we have been seeing more and more longs as well getting wiped out here. You do want to be seeing more longs being active on one side, because the more longs are active, the more buy pressure it will be generated as well. Like you can see here this summer, a lot of longs got activated, and that added a lot of buy pressure towards the market. Of course, in uptrends, you want to be seeing the longs going out here. Why? It's because if there are too many longs active on uptrends, we could be experiencing a long squeeze. But currently, we're not seeing extreme high amounts of longs being activated here. So yeah, it is still pretty interesting to see what we currently are having. But yeah, we do know that there isn't negative funding rates across the border, what still makes me feel a little bit more bullish on the imminent short term. So for Bitcoin, indeed, look to get rejected by the 0.236 here, what is pretty interesting. But yeah, indeed, we could be seeing a major market short squeeze. And of course, a major market short squeeze could be, of course, having a very bullish edge on the market, because yeah, like we do know, a short squeeze is basically once the price action goes up very quickly, and because the price action goes up very quickly, we liquidate the short traders. If you liquidate the short trader, what basically happened on that point here is that the trader that's going short, their trade is going out of the market, and what happens is that he have to be buying back the positions they shorted in the market, so they will be adding more buy pressure towards the market, and that will be leading towards a more significant market surge towards the upside. So yeah, there could be a very crazy candle getting printed here as soon as the do see that happening. So that's definitely a thing that I do look forward towards from up this point here. When the funding rates go negative, short squeeze incoming. Yeah, indeed. But a thing that I would love to see here, and if we're going to look back towards the funding rates in general, is that let me quickly go over the past few months here. Let me only enable this here, and let me remove all those other things, and let me go to the 12-hour. Let me go to the daily here, basically. So you can see here on the 5th of December we had like extremely low funding rates, and it was of course a very good buy zone. But I can't go back further in time, and that's the thing that I didn't like. Let me go. Oh, this is further in time. Nice. So we can clearly see. Wait, I have to place on the daily. So, like this. So, we can clearly see September, negative funding rates, was a good buy zone. Of course, October, end of October, extremely high positive funding fees. So, basically, market was over-leveraged towards the upside. Then December, once again, low negative funding rates. And once again, today, negative funding rates. As well in July, negative funding rates. Basically, every single time the market is low, we see funding rates being as well low. So yeah, that definitely shows you a good buy zone here, and that's the reason why I'm still going to be a little bit more bullish here, even though I do know that my opinion is probably not going to be the most popular opinion. But what could we, by the way, look at for the imminent short term here? We could be maybe look for some kind of a falling wedge structure could be getting created from off this point here. Let me quickly address this real quickly. So we could be looking for a falling wedge structure. I'm literally looking at the chart right now here. What we can clearly see right now is, I mean, it's not my most favorite downward sloping trend line here because we're only seeing 2 touch points currently. But we can clearly see several touch points on the lower side. So we are seeing a valid support line if this 1 hourly candle is going to close, significantly above this green line of support. Then we could be creating maybe a falling wedge structure together with bullish divergence on the market on the RSI and MACD. So that could be, of course, pretty good. I think Bitcoin will pump in 1 day to 50K. I mean, probably if Bitcoin is going to pump, it's going to pump hard. And that's definitely a thing I do agree with, because as soon as Bitcoin does going to be pumping, it's going to pump hard. What is probably as well an effect that we're going to see on the market is the same effect that we had here on the last summer. And by the way, this is an interesting chart. We'll be discussing it in a second. But I personally think we're going to see similar charts like here in October and here on July. Because why do I think so? Because we have been seeing a sustainable downtrend here, of course, on the May downtrend, the summer downtrend. We were seeing at approximately 70 days in a downtrend. Currently, we're already trading on 60 days in a downtrend. And if you're seeing such a long downtrend, there is going to become a turning point. When? We don't know exactly, of course, but there is going to be a turning point. And what is going to be happening in that turning point? It's going to be the sell pressure that is going to be running out of the market. As soon as the sell pressure does run out in the market, you're probably going to see 10 or 15 daily candles in the green in a row. Why? And that is also why we saw that happening over here. We were seeing in approximately 17 days, if I say it correctly, or 10 days in a row, green candles for Bitcoin, with low volume especially. That's very interesting, you know. We were seeing low volume candles, but all green in a row, because there was no sell pressure. The volume is not needed. If there is no sell pressure, the market can move up with low volumes. But that only happens if the sell pressure runs out here. So, of course, every big market move as well that we generate is from a major correction. We're currently creating another correction on the market. By the way, we're trading on a critical range of support. If we fail to hold on towards this support range, yeah, maybe I will be starting to get particularly worried, of course, as well. 1 day and 6 hours from now on, we're going to be seeing an significant market correction, of course, as soon as we do fail to hold on towards the support line. So let's wait and see how that is going to be playing out as well here. So this is going to be pretty important to hold on towards, because yeah, like you can see, this is the weekly uptrend that we have been generated, and this definitely shows you good accumulation ranges. Of course, as soon as we close the weekly candle below it, could be looking a little bit more horrific, of course, on the market, and that is going to be not a thing that I do like to see, of course. But yeah, basically, we could be seeing, of course, a sustainable period where the candle's only going to be going towards the upside as soon as the market and sell volume runs out here. And of course, you know, you have to think about Bitcoin on the bigger scale, because if we're going to be looking at Bitcoin, and we're going to zoom out for a second, does this look like an asset you do not want to be buying here? Quickly look at this chart, and does this look like an asset that you want to be staying away from? Does it look like an asset you want to be staying away from? Quickly answer it in the chat here, guys. Because how I approach Bitcoin is always a long-term vision. I don't care if it's going to come down for the coming week here. I don't care if it's going to come down towards 35k. I don't care, because the lower Bitcoin is going to go, the more sets I will be stacking here. So this is definitely my opinion. Of course, guys, let me know in the chat here. What do you think about this chart? Does this look like an interesting chart you want to be accumulating in? Does this look like a chart that goes down over the years? Does this look like a chart that comes down over the years? For me, this doesn't look like a chart that's coming down over the years. This does look like a very sustainable long-term investment. And of course, talking about a long-term investment, the whole point we are buying, at least I am buying into Bitcoin, is to be hedging against all those inflation. And the fundamentals of Bitcoin have been not changing at all here. Fundamentals of Bitcoin have been not changing at all here. And what we can see right now here is, let me quickly go over some Dutch information here, some information about the consumer price index, right? The CPI in the Netherlands. Just quickly discussing this, right? So we can see the consumer price index is absolutely skyrocketing in 2021. And oh my gosh, this is not what I meant here. I have to go back one page. Yeah, here it is. Excuse me. So the consumer price index has been absolutely skyrocketing on 2021. And does this look like a parabolic run-up to you guys in the chat here? Let me know. Does this look like an parabolic run-up? For me, this looks clearly like a parabolic run-up. Does it look like the inflation is going to be calm down anytime soon here? No. Why not? Because the interest rates are as well not coming down here. And of course, as soon as the interest rates goes up, by the way, I do think there's only going to be more inflation, because of course they have the more money you're going to lend here, the more money the banks basically have to pay you as well So that is only going to create more money in circulation. So I don't think that the inflation will be definitely getting, with the tapering of the dollar, the aggressive tapering strategy. Will it work? We don't know. We just have to wait and see how it's going to be playing out. In the end of the day, if the tapering works here and there will be less inflation, we come down to 2% again, okay, it's fine. But still, we have 130 or 140% more supply than like last year. So it's still a very significant amount of more supply in circulation for the dollar, and as well for the euro, for everything. We are seeing such a significant increasement in these charts that I mean, it would be not make any sense to hold your dollars or euros or whatsoever. For me, I am not looking to save my money in euros, and of course they like what they're trying to do with the aggressive tapering strategy, where they're trying to do everything to keep you away, to keep the citizens, the regular investor, the regular worker at the grocery store away from investing in assets. Because that is how you beat the game. You beat the game if you invest your money into assets. That is literally how you beat the game. Because you're investing into something what's scarce. And of course, as long as you use their currency, they have the power. They have the power. And of course, I mean, let me know, do you want to be still holding your dollars? I mean, I'm staying away from that shit. I mean, I don't care. One Bitcoin is going to be one Bitcoin. I'm not saying invest all your money in crypto. No, I'm not saying. I mean, I am currently more than 90% invested in cryptocurrencies of my portfolio. But indeed, I don't think it's bad to as well have a diversified portfolio into some stocks here, because stocks are as well assets. Invest your money in assets. Don't borrow money to buy cars. Don't borrow money to be buying a house or whatsoever. No, how you beat the system is that you're borrowing money to buy assets with it. So let's see what we're going to be having. 70k before April. I mean, as our coaching, it sounds probably very stupid if I'm going to say 70k by April, but I mean, things can change very quickly. Like, if we're looking back here in September, in this time over here, on let me go to the right chart. Let me go to this chart here. Here on September 29th, no one thought that literally in 1 month within it, no one expected that we were just entering October, right? No one thought in October Bitcoin is going to set a new all-time high, but it clearly did so. So once again, I can say right now, in February, Bitcoin is going to set a new all-time high, and everyone is going to laugh at me. But you know what's very funny? It's pretty realistic too, because we have been doing it several times before. So, can 70k be reached by April? I think that's a pretty late target. I think we're already going to reach it a little bit earlier. How long are you in crypto? I've been here in 2016. I've made my first crypto investment. Look at Cardano. Let me quickly go over Cardano for you, my man. So you're getting angry about Cardano. I mean, for me as well. Cardano, of course, trading pretty low. January is going to be the month for the first DEX of Cardano, so that's pretty crazy, pretty interesting, pretty thing that you should be looking at, in my opinion. Guys, by the way, before getting further into content, have not been asking about it. Yeah, I've not been basically asking for it yet. Guys, if you can smash up that like button, will be truly appreciated on the stream here. But as well, if you want to be subscribed to the channel right now, don't forget to do so right here, because subscribe to the channel, of course, is completely for free. And of course, you will be shown some support to the channel as well. And of course, if you haven't already liked the video, make sure to do so as well. We currently have 189 likes here, guys. Can we smash it up towards 200 likes right now? That would be truly appreciated. So only 10 of you guys have to slap it up right now, and we can smash it up towards the target. Well, Bitcoin is coming down further, and of course, 1 hour candle close. But this line could be as well signifying another rejection, so that could be pretty interesting. Of course, 1 hour from now, we're going to close as well the 4-hourly time frame, so it's going to be pretty interesting. Have you heard of Meta Hero? Yes, I've been seeing them as well, the company in real life, so it's pretty interesting. February 3rd week, range of 70k, I would say. I mean, it's still realistic. It doesn't sound, it does really sound realistic. We did broke, wait, let me talk about Cardano. Yeah, we did broke the $1.20 range, what is, of course, particularly bearish. What Cardano has been doing for a sustainable period here is forming higher lows here on the MACD, but it's of course pretty interesting. If we're as well going to be enabling the RSI, we can clearly see we're forming a major bullish divergence on the daily time frame. Price action has been forming significant lower lows on the market. While the price action has been forming significant lower lows on the market, the RSI has been forming higher lows. So we clearly can see right now that the trend is indeed towards the downside, but we're forming a bullish divergence on the daily time frame. What are usually the strongest bullish divergence that we are there? So that's of course a thing that I should be looking at right now here. Bitcoin Census sent me here. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Let me see. Is there still a chance that where Bitcoin is going to break down? Yes, indeed. I have been discussing it in the beginning of the stream, guys. There's indeed still a chance that Bitcoin is going to be visiting some lower targets. The targets that we are going to be looking at then is going to be these targets over. Oh, wait. How do I turn around these things? This is going to be the target over here. So if Bitcoin is going to close this 4-hourly candle below the 41k, basically below this orange line over here that you're looking at, because this is the liquidity line. If we're going to be breaking below this level, we're going to be looking for targets on 38 towards 37,000 US dollars. Reason why I'm looking forward to why I'm looking at these targets is previous resistance, previous support. It is making a lot of sense to see Bitcoin coming down towards that level if we're going to fail to hold on towards the 41,000 US dollars here. So that means we'll go over some heat map predictions here. Let me see if we can see something in the order book currently playing out. So let me, excuse me for the sound. Let me quickly go in towards the chart. So what are the levels that we could be aiming for? Of course, this 1 hour candle has been, of course, really picking up the volume as well here. Let me go towards the right chart. Let me go over the right chart. Because, yeah, we have been seeing a sustainable low amount of volume today. And volume has been really picking up on the last few hours here. Like you can see, very low volumes the whole day already on bitfinex as well, Coinbase as well, trading on BYBIT as well. Everywhere low volumes. And right now we're seeing finally the volumes picking up here. That's of course pretty good to see because the volumes are pretty low today. But that was basically what I was willing to say here, is that we are right now seeing a very interesting amount of things that we can be looking at. Currently, the major target to hold on towards is going to be the 40.5k here. You can see this yellow line here in front of your screen is basically the biggest buying range in the level that we're running trading on, the range we're currently trading on. Yeah, of course, if we're going to lose the 40.5k here, it's going to be looking a little bit more worse here for the imminent short term. Of course, next target we could be looking for is the 40k, but of course, it does make sense that the 40k is as well a very strong level of support, because the 40k is basically a psychological level of support and resistance. So yeah, indeed, that does look quite interesting for us to be starting to be accumulating our tokens at. And I will be still keep my eyes wide open on the level as well here. So touch on the 40k could be pretty interesting, and let's see where we're going to get here. All the scared people will have no chance to buy Bitcoin when we're going to pump like crazy. I mean, SR90 Coach, they do have a chance to be buying Bitcoin, but only at a higher price. That's the whole difference. So, yeah, there are going to be people that are probably going to be looking to Bitcoin right now and still no way. I mean, I should never say go all in Bitcoin. I will never give any financial advice, first of all, but I mean, if you're looking to the charts right now, if you're not accumulated the dip yet, my strategy, if I was what I'm currently doing, I should be saying it like this here. What I'm currently doing here is the dollar cost averaging. I'm not going to be affording to not accumulate this dip. No, I'm not going to go all in because, yeah, it's Bitcoin. Bitcoin can do everything. You never know exactly when Bitcoin is going to bottom out. You never know exactly when Bitcoin is going to top out here. So how you're going to be approaching it is just with dollar cost averaging. What you do is you accumulate, because Bitcoin is a long-term play. And of course, if you're going to, the end goal for crypto is who is going to be holding the most amount of Bitcoins. So that's going to be my goal. That's also the goal I set for myself here. Accumulate the most amount of Bitcoins. That's just my life goal here. So that is what I will be doing here. But currently, we can see this 1 hour candle on Bitcoin is not the best candle you want to be seeing here. This looks like the perfect ingredient for a continuation down here. Let's see what is going to be happening here, because on the next hour candle is going to be as well the 4 hour candle close. So it's going to be pretty interesting. Let me see. Yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting to be looking at right now here. Indeed. Yeah, and of course, as soon as we're going to lose to 40.5k, 40.6k approximately, we're going to be looking at targets for $40,000 for the price action here. We're going to look for $40,000, and of course, as soon as we do touch the $40,000, I think the high amount of volume will be re-enter the market, and of course, high amounts of volume re-entering the market could be looking for a significant amount. It's over. I disagree. Still in swing trade. I am still in my excuse me. I'm still in my swing trade position currently in $800,000 position that I've been building up here. It's still a little bit in a loss here. Of course, it's still in a loss, but as soon as we're going to come down towards 40.2k, I will be having my next accumulation range here. So if we're going to come down towards 40.2k, of course, like you can see as well on the aggregate heat map, QB already provides some good support. And that's as well a target I will be looking forward towards to be reaching here. So, yes, I am still in my swing trade, for sure. Like my strategy, of course, told everyone before, I will be having enough purchasing power to come down towards $38,000. As soon as Bitcoin does lose the $38,000, I will be starting to go out of my position. But as long as we're not touching that level, I will be not doing so. 40k is going to be super support. Indeed, I do agree with that. 40k is going to be super support because it's in psychological level support, and I do think it's going to be an extreme big level that people will be looking to be accumulating on. And as well, do take into consideration, it is weekend. The biggest amount of manipulation usually happens on the weekends, and if you're distributing your Bitcoin in the weekend, I think it's not so smart, because if we're going to look at where the CME did close this weekend, it's on 41,000.8. So guys, for everyone who's right now looking at the charts, for everyone who's right now planning to sell their Bitcoins, do know there is a CME gap. There is a CME gap currently that closed on 41.8k. So where I do expect, no matter what's happening today, no matter what's happening tomorrow, I do expect the Bitcoin is going to come up towards 41.8k on Monday. If it's going to pump, I do think it's going to come down towards 41.8k on Monday. If it's going to be dumping, I do think it's going to come up. So that's what I do expect right now. So market is coming down a little bit here, guys. Let me take a quick sip of my. Let me take some water, guys. Guys, watch towards the chart. Give me in 2 or 3 seconds. And I'm back. So, excuse me for being away for a second. Oh, wait. Yes, there I am again. So, guys, before getting further into it, don't forget to slap up the like button right now. Don't forget to slap up the like button. We'll be truly appreciated if you're going to do so right now. And of course, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, smashing up the subscribe button is completely for free, guys. Do remember that. Do remember that. So Bitcoin is coming down, and of course, do remember 40.5k is going to be extreme support. We're going to come down 100%. Let's see what we're going to do. Just like I explained before, no matter what we're going to do this weekend, I do think in the end of the weekend, we're going to come back towards 41.8k. Either on Sunday night or either on Monday. You only lose if you sell. Indeed, you only lose valuation if you sell. And you only make profits if you sell as well. Let's go, bring it down. Yeah, it would be lovely if we could at least come down towards 40.2k, at least for my trading position right now. So we closed our 1 hourly candle. I do think this 1 hourly candle is looking a little bit more bearish. Of course, clearly shows a rejection from this range here. So let's see what we're going to currently do here. Of course, right now we're in the last hour of the 4 hourly time frame candle close. So, like I discussed before, this 4 hourly candle is going to be very important because we're currently trading below the $41,000. The $41,000 is not a level I want to be losing. And guys, remember the game. Huddle. It's not so hard. It's not so hard, guys. It's not so hard. Bitcoin is falling right now. Bitcoin is coming down. So looking real quickly at the heat map. We're about to come in towards this level here, guys, and quickly update on the heat map. 40.5k here on the bitfinex chart is going to be accumulation, a limit order. A lot of limit orders are going to be around that level. So if we're going to come down another $100, we're going to come down towards big accumulation ranges on the bitfinex chart. So that's going to be pretty interesting how we're going to be seeing that playing out. Another $50 to go here. I personally expect to bounce from that level a little bit here. So yeah, Bitcoin is indeed coming down further on, guys. This shit hurts. I mean, it depends on how you're going to be approaching it. Does it hurt? Maybe on one side, if you do not have enough money to accumulate, I feel you, because I've been in a place as well, like 5 years ago, as well, and not had the money to buy the dip every single time here. Of course, I'm very lucky to be in a position that everything changed. But guys, we did touch the 40.6. Look at this, how fast this goes. I literally warned you guys about it a moment ago. We touched our accumulation range of 40.5k here. Like you can see, we touched it right away. We went up again. So this is the power of the heat map, guys, and this is the reason why the heat map is so strong here. And we're bouncing right away here. We're bouncing very strongly, by the way. This is the power of the heat map. So we touched the 40.5k. Right away, we send it towards the upside. Why? You maybe have some questions. On the heat map, you can basically see on how much orders are set up on a certain level. So 40.5k was a big level where a lot of limit orders were set up. And that's the reason why we were seeing such a quick of an imminent short bounce here. Will this bounce, does this bounce is going to be lasting? We didn't know. But we did know that we were going to at least find a short-term bounce here. And currently we can see a lot of limit orders are still flowing in towards the market here. So that's pretty interesting to see here. But of course, like I just warned everyone about, the biggest zone of support is going to be $40,000. Psychological level of support here while Bitcoin is coming down again here. So indeed, volume is well coming up. But still going to repeat myself, $40,000 is going to be a level that is going to be allowing a lot of volume to flow in towards the market. A lot of market volatility is going to be seen over there. So it's going to be pretty interesting what Bitcoin is going to be doing as soon as we're going to touch that level here of the $40,000 here. I mean, I'm very curious. And guys, by the way, if you're interested in trading the market, don't forget to check out BYBIT here in the link description. Of course, I mean, opening a potential long position of $40,000 is not all too bad of an idea. I'm not saying for the longer term, but for the imminent short term, maybe for an hour, for a scalp trade, of course. So guys, by the way, if you do want to be trading the market, if you do want to be trading here, don't forget to sign up with BYBIT here. BYBIT is currently offering you a $3,200 deposit bonus. Absolutely crazy deposit bonus, of course. So make sure to check it out here in the link of description. It's definitely very valuable if you're going to sign up your account here right now. And of course, especially once the market is trading on lower ranges, funding phase are negative, it definitely shows you a better accumulation ranges. So I see a lot of toxic people. A lot of people are hating on Bitcoin, and that's of course making myself very bullish. No one knows. No, indeed, no one knows exactly. So, like I said several times before, as soon as I do see people becoming toxic against Bitcoin, it gives me the feel. I mean, not gives me the feeling. I do know that Bitcoin is a good investment at that point. When do you expect the trend reversal? Anytime soon here, to be honest. I mean, I've been at already, I expected here already on $41,000. Right now we're retesting the $41,000 again. We're still creating bullish divergence on the RSI and MACD, so close will be still pretty bullish here around this level. So when do we expect the trend reversal? I mean, imminently, man. I don't want to be seeing it on the weekend. I really would like to see it next week, because you don't want to be seeing big market moves on the weekend. Why? Because we're going to create CME gaps. So I would love to see it, of course, starting from off Monday. Rover's $30,000 possible. Of course, everything is possible, but is it likely to expect $30,000? No, I don't think so. Of course, there are major levels before that, before we're heading towards it. And of course, guys, let me know in the chat here, who has sold their Bitcoins on the past 24 hours? Let me know in the chat right now, who has sold their Bitcoins on the past 24 hours? And guys, real quick thing that I want to be doing here, as soon as we're going to reach 75.6k subscribers on today's stream here, I'm going to give away a very quick $100 who is a lucky winner, towards one lucky viewer right now, I should say, because you deserve to be buying the dip right now here, of course. So guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well, and smash up the like button if you haven't already, guys. Would be truly appreciated. Bitcoin bouncing back, by the way. Rover, you can clearly see it's doing the same thing like May. I mean, I'm totally not bearish at all on Bitcoin here. Don't get me wrong here. I'm extremely bullish about Bitcoin, especially if we're going to zoom out towards higher time frames. Indeed, it does look like it's doing similar things like May here. Has been a sustainable downtrend. Everyone thought it was going to be entering a bear market, but we clearly didn't enter a bear market. No, what we did here was we went in towards a sustainable uptrend, of course, afterwards. What we did create, I mean, what we can see right now in the market is that Bitcoin is getting oversold here. So let me see what the chat's saying. Who's sold here? I'm sold. Someone is saying I'm sold. Not selling at a loss. Of course not. Sold 2 days ago. I mean, the question is right now, when are you going to be buying back? Because yeah, you can sell 2 days ago, but when are you going to be buying back is going to be the question right now. So not a lot of people are selling off, and of course I'm very proud to see that, because selling in the fear is nothing that I'd like to do here. But guys, let me quickly discuss something. Let me discuss something about Bitcoin, about being oversold on the market, right? So Bitcoin has been only oversold once in 2021 on the daily time frame. Bitcoin only went one time oversold in 2021. Right now we're in 2022, and this is the first time we're oversold on the Bitcoin daily chart. So guys, a little bit of applause. Bitcoin went oversold in 2021. That's 2022, I mean. So that's the first time we're seeing it right now in 2022 happening. But while we were seeing it in 2021, what did it tell us? What did Bitcoin tell us once it was getting oversold? It was screaming a buying opportunity. It was screaming for a buying opportunity. And of course in March as well we went oversold, but we all know what happened in March. But yeah, indeed, in May 2021, just kidding. In May 2021, we went oversold, and that was a very good buy zone. This was a very good buy zone because Bitcoin was oversold there on the daily time frame. But right now, we're getting the exact same opportunities. Bitcoin is going back oversold. Is this the bottom? We can't say it with certainty because catching the exact bottom is very hard. That's the thing that you have to understand from this game. Catching the exact bottom in crypto is extremely hard to do so. So what we are going to say here is that this is an extremely good average buy price because Bitcoin is oversold, because we're seeing several bullish divergences on several time frames getting formed here. And we're seeing, of course, Bitcoin bouncing back very strongly. So I love it. I love it. So the heat map so far working perfectly for us. But yeah, indeed, I do think it's a very good average buy price. You should have sold above the 60k. Yeah, I mean, if you sold above the 60k, I mean, congrats to you here. Have to give that one towards you. But if you're selling below the 60k, I mean, below the 50k, I don't know exactly if it's a good decision, of course. Not the bottom. So currently we can see, we currently spotted the exact bounce here. So Bitcoin trading back above the $41,000, what is extremely good to see so. For early time frame, we have to see these kinds of things here, of course, in the market. Let me see. So Bitcoin once again back above the $41,000. So Rover and chat, eyes peeled on man. I mean, I don't like to I'm not really going to look in towards it as well. I should be raising awareness to everyone in chat. Please be careful for low market cap coins, because there are a lot of very scary projects out there. So no, I'm not going to look in towards it, and I don't like once people are promoting low market cap tokens through super chats in the chat here. So I'm not going to discuss it. I'm sorry. But anyways, Bitcoin currently $41,000 US. Very important for training above. But yeah, like we discussed just a moment ago, 40.5k. How you basically can use the heat map is basically you can see once Bitcoin is trading on certain ranges, we see a very significant level in the market that is showing us a very, very big amount of limit order set up on. And of course, we've seen it on several levels, but currently it was, of course, on the 40.5k and 40,000. So that's how we spotted the 40.5k as very strong support, and that's how you can see 40.5k was getting touched. Right away, we saw a massive price increasement, and like you can see how it works on the 1 minute candles. Right away, saw a massive market spike towards the upside of approximately, let me see how much percent? 1.4%. So that's pretty decent bounce, of course, that we got over there purely from market orders. Limit orders. So that's pretty interesting to see. Check Ethereum. Of course, let's go over Ethereum. Ethereum coming down as well very quickly, of course. Ethereum was looking pretty solid, to be honest. Creating a beautiful falling wedge structure. Dip broke down of it. That's pretty unfortunate to see so, right? So we can still look at this very critical downward sloping trend line. Downward sloping trend line is looking a little bit more scary, in my opinion. So that's, of course, important to be looking at right here. So what we can see right now, of course, on the market is that we are right now falling below as well critical support line over here that we have been creating. But basically, in general, we should be looking at horizontal ranges that we have been breaking. This was a very critical range to hold on towards 33 players, towards 32k, 3.2k. I mean, unfortunately, not held up towards it. Pretty unfortunate. Trading right now lower again. But right now the next range that we're looking at is, of course, this range of $2,900 US. So next range of major support is going to be around to $2,900 US. If Ethereum is going to come down towards level, I would love to be accumulating on that level. I'm not necessarily saying we have to reach it, but of course this is going to be the next realistic target of accumulation. Of course, Ethereum taking a particularly big hit against Bitcoin on the recent days here, where it was, of course, in a significant uptrend before. I've been already warned everyone about it. Ethereum was losing strength here in this downtrend, and right away it saw a breakdown of it, because if Bitcoin comes down, Ethereum usually comes down way harder. So yeah, looking pretty interesting right now, to be very honest, of course, looking pretty interesting. But yeah, you do want to be seeing Ethereum, of course, performing a little bit better against Bitcoin than, of course, worse against Bitcoin. But personally, I still think that Ethereum is going to be a very good performing cryptocurrency here in towards the end of the year. So let's see how this is going to be, of course, expelling itself here and how it's going to be performing. But of course, I do think that Ethereum against Bitcoin is going to perform very good. Reason why here is because the merge upgrade is coming out here in towards the summer of 2022, and that's going to be extremely bullish for Ethereum. But Ethereum is absolutely falling very quickly, of course, so that's pretty unfortunate to see. But indeed, we could be looking towards the $2,900 US for major accumulation for Ethereum, of course. That's the large target I will be looking for. That's the definitely targets I will be aiming for right now. And I could be going in towards lower time frames right now. Still moving down quickly. As well on the 1 hour time frame, moving in quickly, following Bitcoin especially, like you can see over here. So that's pretty unfortunate. Ethereum 2.0 will be huge. What's your worst case scenario? Bitcoin breaks 38k and falls down to 30k. What do you think about Ravencoin? Ravencoin is going to be having a halving, like in a few months from now on. So, or a few days. I don't know exactly when it was here. So let me go to Ravencoin real quickly. Ravencoin, I've been hodling this token since 2017, or yes, 2017. I think this token is going to perform probably good here. Let me get to their side here. Maybe it's standing on their side when the halving is of the token, of course. This token, let me quickly search it up on Google. Just a Ravencoin halving. Halving countdown. Yeah, here. In 2 days, the Ravencoin halving will be there. So, I already thought it was very close here. I already thought it was very close. I knew it was in January, but I didn't know exactly where it was in January. So Raven coin is going to be having a halving. What a halving basically means here is that the mine supply is going to get in half. That's going to be pretty interesting to look at. Indeed, I think this token could be very interesting in terms of performance. Right now, of course, we have been seeing a pretty interesting amount of inflation coming towards the token, what is of course a little bit unfortunate to see. You can see more market cap, lower prices, so that's pretty unfortunate. But still, I don't think it's a bad investment, especially with the halving coming up right now in the coming 2 days. If Bitcoin is going to recover today, if Bitcoin is just going to recover in towards the weekend and in towards the next week here, it could be looking very good for Ravencoin. And Ravencoin could, let's say, experience maybe 20 or 30% surge from off now on, especially since it has been seeing a 15% correction today. Could easily be up 20 or 30% tomorrow again because of the halving coming up here. So Ravencoin could be a very good investment for the very, very imminent short term here. That's what I do think right now. I think we're getting back to 28 towards 30k. Let me know why you do think that. I mean, I can say also kinds of things here, but I do want to be having an argument here because I don't think that we necessarily have to go much lower. We do know that we're already sitting on 10 on the index of the RSI and of the Fear and Greed index, and it's of course usually once we're sitting so low on the index, it indicates a bottom. Look at this. Of course, on March 2020, we hit 9. We right away hit the bottom. Here, July 2021, we hit 19, right away hit the bottom. Here on September 2021, we hit 27, right away hit the bottom. Currently, we are hitting 10 on the index, extremely low. We have not, just do take this in consideration, right? We have not traded so low on the Fear and Greed index for very long, for very, very long. For literally an 1.5 year approximately. 500 days we have not traded so long we've traded not so low on the Fear and Greed index. So as well, like a year ago we were trading on $40,000 and the greed was 93, and right now we're trading on $40,000 and the greed is 10. So I don't think that we necessarily have to go much lower. We are getting a lot of bear market a lot of bottom signals, so I'm looking forward towards it, how it's going to play out further from up this point here. I'm gonna buy some Bitcoin. I mean, whatever you want to, of course. Nobody will mine Ravencoin. I mean, it's not cost efficient. That's true. Only because of the halving, I do think it could be a little bit more of a bullish edge here in the coming days. You know, that's the only reason why I could be thinking in the coming 2 days could be having a little bit more of a bullish edge here on the market. So that's pretty interesting. And as well, let's see just how it is going to be performing then, right? I think it's going to be pretty interesting how it's going to be playing out from that point here. So you guys are absolutely smashing up that subscribe button, guys. By the way, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, don't forget to slap it up right now here. Slapping up the subscribe button is completely for free. And guys, by the way, I do see right now we smashed through the 300 likes. And of course, if you haven't already liked towards the video, make sure to press it right now here. It will be truly amazing. Rover, I can smell it. I'm watching, trying to learn open experience trading. God bless the internet. I mean, the internet is very nice. Should I buy the 14 or 16-inch MacBook? I'm currently using the 14-inch because, I mean, it's easier for me to carry it around here because I like travel a lot here. So a 14-inch is very nice as well. I mean, I like every single year from now. I mean, I've bought the newest MacBook. So, I mean, the 14-inch is very good. Definitely a recommendation. What's your worst case scenario? I already discussed it. I feel like red days more red days than green days. Am I a bear? No, not at all. I mean, you can of course express whatever you think. Ravencoin will be big after Ethereum rolls out with their and goes proof of stake. I mean, that could be true because where is the going to be the mining power going from Ethereum? It could be going towards different tokens here, indeed. So that's going to be pretty interesting. Bro, how was your vacation? Yeah, I was on a ski vacation, so I was just in the middle of the snow. It was pretty cold, but I enjoyed it a lot here. I enjoyed it a lot. When 24-hour stream, guys. Next week I'm going to Mexico. Probably over there, man. Probably over there. Last time it was in July. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it would be amazing if we could touch the 40k. Because there's a huge amount of buying orders set up on the 40k, and it could be leading towards a massive market bounce, of course. Love this market. Short it, man. Yeah, Emir, let me know what you're doing right now. I mean, I'm not necessarily shorting the market. So Bitcoin coming down right away here, and just like a matter of 1 minute, come down very quickly again. I just got back from I mean, I'm going to as well Mexico, man. I'm looking forward towards it. Just finally some good weather. So Bitcoin coming down again very quickly right now here as well. So as well, if we're going to still look at aggregate buy ranges, it's still going to be the 40.5k that's going to hold up probably a little bit less good here because we're retesting it second time. The bears were headed too well. Maybe it's time for a change. I mean, indeed. El Salvador instead of Mexico. Yeah, I mean, maybe I have to support El Salvador indeed. So they can buy the dip again. Short, long, short. Luna is absolutely falling. I do know Terra Luna is absolutely falling. So, of course, this is also a token that I already expected to fall very quickly because it came up so quickly, you know. So, yeah, indeed, it had a pretty significant drop off. Even though it's performing and holding up better, like, compared to other coins, if we're going to compare it towards two or 3 days ago. Oh, that's very funny. Unfortunately, I can't say the word because otherwise I will be getting blocked here. Rover, do you think global markets have an impact on Bitcoin? Of course they have. We can clearly see they have here. On the recent months here, we have been clearly experiencing the correlation with the classic stock market and Bitcoin. If the markets go in towards a recession, do you think Bitcoin will hold its ground? No, I don't think so. Just like... if the markets go in a recession, I think Bitcoin will become down with it as well, just like The Big Short. I don't know if you saw the movie, The Big Short. Of course, is a real life thing here. Like, everything went so shit with, like, everything, but still the stock market went up for, like, 4 years. But then some person shorted the market so hard, and it came down with a recession and absolutely crashed the market for good. So, if there's going to be a very big shorter on Bitcoin, it could be literally fuck up the whole market. It could fuck up the whole market, literally. So, to be very clear, if there's going to be a recession, it's going to be bad for Bitcoin. Yes, imminent short term is going to be bad for Bitcoin. Just like the COVID crash here, right? Oh, shit, I said the word. Probably I'm going to get blocked here. Excuse me for that, YouTube. But just like the pandemic crash here on the market on March 2020, Bitcoin came down very quickly. Because Bitcoin follows classic markets. But what we did saw on that point is that Bitcoin recovered the quickest. So... yes, if there's going to be a recession, I think Bitcoin is going to come down very quickly. If it's going to be purely a recession of like the dollar collapsing, no, Bitcoin is not going to come down. Because if the dollar collapses, of course, there is going to be a recession, but it's going to be a different kind of recession, of course. So yeah, if there will be a recession, I do think Bitcoin is going to fall down as well, but it is going to recover the quickest. That's what I expect. Did you talk about VPass? I don't know VPass. I don't know what. Oh, VPAT. No, I have not talked about it yet. What do you got for it? I mean, VPAT is absolutely crushing it here, left and right. Of course, a lot of valuation staked. Yeah, indeed. I'm so screwed by saying a word, you know, and you get right away blocked. So I'm very scared about what to say here. Indeed. Huge volume incoming. Yeah, let's see, guys, what we're going to have here. Thank you for the response. I try to respond to the most amount of people, of course. I mean, can't discuss everything, of course, but I try to do my best to engage as much as possible with you guys out there. Indeed. I should definitely do so. Ethereum below 3k. Oh my gosh, I see. Ethereum is falling down quickly, guys. Ethereum below 3k, guys. Oh, I mean, buying Ethereum below $3,000 is like... oh, that's so cheap. It's like investing in real estate in the 1970s, man. New minute, new pump. Let's see what we're going to get here. But Ethereum is coming down very quickly. Let me enable the RSI real quickly as well. We can clearly see, oversold, back in oversold territory. I'm lower than the past. So, no bullish diverge getting formed. But indeed, we're extremely oversold right now on Ethereum. As well coming down very quickly. Big sell, of course, in the market. What else selling? I mean, the majority of the people right now selling are panic sellers. So eventually we're going to turn around here. Just keep hodling. Indeed, you will be bypassing it with time. Just be patient. It will be alright. It will be definitely alright here. If you just keep hodling strong here, just like we're doing on the channel. I mean, just like my mark is doing here. I mean, wait. This mark over here, every single day it reminds me about what I have to do in the market. It's very good advice. Very good piece of advice. 2900 is a steal for Ethereum. Yes, I mean, I've been saying it earlier today. My target is going to be the green box for major accumulation on Ethereum. And that target is 2900 US dollars. Yeah, hold the line. Any ideas on Shiba? Shit coin. No, man. I'm not going to lie. I mean, Shiba is a shit investment. It's coming down like it's supposed to be. Shiba is a shit investment. I mean, I warned everyone. You know what's funny? Like, I came towards, like while Shiba was pumping like crazy on the highs over here, I went to a friend's birthday. And at his birthday, his mother told me, because his mother knows I'm doing crypto a lot and doing crypto for my work. And she told me the story that she bought into Shiba. And of course, I told that story again to my viewers from that point. And I said, like, one of my friends, his mother bought Shiba. And she asked me, what's the good buy? What's the good investment? That gave me the signal of a top. That was my top signal. I did literally not need it anymore. I knew enough already at that point. So Shiba is overhyped, and like grandmas are buying into Shiba, and that is of course the reason. I mean, Shiba is a shit coin. Why are they buying into Shiba? They don't even know. They don't even know why they're buying in Shiba. Some people are getting freaking rich here by buying into Shiba early. I mean, congratulations to you. But right now buying Shiba, no, I don't think so. I think that's a shitty investment. And it's probably going to come down all the way towards the lows again, and then maybe someday it's going to come up again. I think it's going to literally happen the same again. Shiba is a big bubble. 40% of the total supply of Shiba is held by 4 or 5 wallets, so that's very, very scary, of course, to see. That shit looks good. Yeah, indeed. It does look. Bitcoin coming up again. So another 30 minutes to go. Subscribe, everyone. Yeah, let's go, guys. Hit that subscribe button. We'll be truly appreciate it. As well, let me quickly check up on the likes, guys. Can we smash it up towards 400 likes? It would be cool. Shiba video game coming out can go viral. Will be bringing more utility to other tokens. I mean, yeah, if Shiba could generate in one or the other way some token utility, the project could succeed. But right now, it has literally zero utility. So no, I'm not really a fan of it. Like to subscribe. I appreciate your videos, man. You're literally one of the favorites to watch. I mean, that sounds so nice. Thank you so much. If you have 200 million and leverage it, you can trigger a breakout or dump on Bitcoin on Apex. Indeed. Especially if you like have 200 million and you're going to be as well leveraging it, you're going to generate even more buy pressure or even more sell pressure if you're going to short it, of course. So indeed, leverage is a very big power that people do have here. With leverage, there's a lot of power and a lot of responsibilities that comes with leverage. That's true. End of the bull market? No, I don't think so. I think a lot of people don't know. I mean, the bull markets of 2013, 2017 are different than right now, because those previous markets were definitely retail markets. A lot of retail investors were interested in crypto. And that was the reason why the market was surging in the first place around. But right now, we do see different markets. We are in different stages of the market. We're in institutional investment phases. We're sitting in phases where there's a lot of inflation in the world, where the dollar is getting printed left and right. The money printer goes like crazy. That's the reason why I don't think we're going to enter a bear market, because assets are going to be very interesting to invest in. And of course, how the economic system is going to work in the coming 20 years from now on. I mean, I'm so interested in the future, guys. I know, let me know what you guys think of it. All kinds of things can happen right now. There could be, of course, I don't like it. There could be a World War III getting started right now. Because there are things in the world that's not looking good, you know. Could be triggering the whole economic system very hard. We don't know exactly what is going to happen. No one knows exactly what is going to happen. Only the big players do know that, because they have everything in their hands. So it's going to be very interesting what's going to be playing out here with the economic system here, because if there's going to, let's say, a war, there's going to be only more dollars going to get printed because they need it for war, and then Bitcoin is going to absolutely skyrocket or whatsoever, you know. So there could be a lot of things happening right now, and we don't know exactly what is going to be playing out here. It's because the bulls are playing defense right now, protecting the house. I mean, what we can clearly see right now on Bitcoin is that there are low volumes. So market's coming down with low volumes basically means there's not a lot of buying going around here. Wills could be waiting for lower targets. Could be possible true. So let's see what it's going to do. Let's see what we're going to have here. Ukraine and Taiwan are getting smashed. Yeah, probably. Indeed, they're absolutely going to get smashed here. And I don't like it at all, guys. Do know that. Shiba has more utility than XRP though. I mean, I'm not saying that XRP has a lot of token utility. I'm not saying that at all though. Yeah, no problem. I like to be live once the shit hits here, indeed. That's the best time to be live here. Best time to discuss everything. But I don't know for how long I will be live from now on. I don't know for how long. So guys, anyways, right now I will be wrapping up the stream, but nevertheless, guys, I mean, I would love to even stream longer, but I can promise you one thing here. Tomorrow I will be back with another live stream. And let me go towards the big screen here. So tomorrow I will be back with another live stream, and on tomorrow's live stream we're going to discuss everything. I'm going to do more research about what we currently are seeing here, because tomorrow I have a little bit more time here, because right now today was a little bit hectic because I just came home from my holiday. So tomorrow, another live stream. Don't know exactly how late yet here. Maybe I'm first going to drop out the video in the beginning of the day, depending on how much market volatility there's going to be here. So guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel right now here. If you could be smashing up the subscribe button, will be truly appreciated. Don't forget to as well right away slap up that bell notification button here, because then you're going to stay alert with all the market developments that we're currently having in the market. It will be truly appreciated, of course, if you're going to do so. But nevertheless, guys, as well, if you don't follow me on Twitter yet here, go towards the link in the description right now. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on my socials. You can find all the links in the description. But definitely make sure to check out my Twitter. If you haven't already seen it, the Twitter of our account has been absolutely exploding. So we'll be truly appreciated if you're going to be as well. Whoa, my camera's very weird right now. If you're going to be as well, follow us over here. So it would be truly amazing to stay up to date by all the market developments. It would be truly cool if you're going to do so. If we have any emergencies or whatsoever. So guys, anyways, thank you so much for watching once again towards this amazing video. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.